Hello, everyone. I am Chris Chambers. I'm the executive pastor at First Baptist Church in Savoy, Illinois. And I am going to have a word for you today that hopefully will lift up your spirits and you'll be more full of joy by the end of it. So one of the things I've liked to do over the years are to do things that brings me happiness, things that are fun. And one of them was juggling. I learned to juggle one time when we were going on a mission trip, and it was a lot of fun. It was something that we did to gain the attention of the people around in order to be able to share the gospel and the good news of Jesus. Another thing is, during this isolation time, I've learned to play this ukulele better. It's been a lot of fun. It's passed some hours, some minutes in a better way, and something that I'll be able to take on and do later in life. Another thing is, I love basketball. I loved playing basketball, I loved coaching basketball, and I loved watching especially the 90s Bulls basketball with Michael Jordan. And of course, looking forward to a documentary coming up about what I believe is the best team in the NBA history. Those things are great. They bring me lots of excitement, but they don't truly bring me joy like that's described in the Bible. In the Old Testament, in the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, it talks about a time where Ezra, he opened up the book of the law, and those were the laws that were in the early part of the Old Testament, and the people had just come out of a really traumatic time. They were exiled in Babylon, and they came back to Jerusalem, and they were building the wall, and there was opposition about building the wall around Jerusalem again, and so there was a lot of fear, a lot of times wondering what's going to happen in the future. But they read the book of the law, and the people responded in an incredible way. Many of them, they wept before the Lord. They read it from early in the morning till noon. So for hours, the book of the law was read, and the people wept before the Lord. And at the end, Ezra comes in, and he says it's time to eat, it's time to look up, and it's time to remember that the joy of the Lord is our strength. The joy, that's something that happens within us when we open up our hearts and we're soft towards the Lord. So I'd encourage you today to think about those areas in your life that you've been hardened towards the Lord. Open them up. Be soft before the Lord. And He will fill you and I with joy, not based on things that will happen in society like an economic problem or a COVID virus that's taking people's lives and making people sick. So I just encourage you, just go deeper with the Lord during this time, and you will find that the joy of the Lord is your strength too. Amen.